About 7.5 years ago, I was just, it was my first semester of college, and doing a backflip off a wall, a run up a wall, like in Singing in the Rain. Been able to do it for about 3 years, so just did something wrong, slipped, broke my neck.
The reason I got into vocational rehab was because I got into a work-related accident, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get the job that I had back without an education.
I think I discovered Voc Rehab right up front. I heard about them because people were like, they can help you get funding and stuff to get back on your feet.
I didn't know anything about it actually, so I kind of looked on the internet to see what it was, because I kind of first felt like it was going to be a charity type case thing, and I didn't want that.
They're there to find anything you need to get you working independently, regardless of what disabilities you have or anything. They help you find the assistance or the company or the technology or whatever it takes to be independent again.
Once I got into vocational rehab, I was able to get back in school, get part of my degree finished, and I have a government job. I have a good job where I'm able to take care of myself.
I don't really know where I'd be right now. I graduated from college at this point and had a full-time software engineering job for a year, but if I didn't have vocational rehab to help pay for college and help me get independent driving, I don't know how I would have found the funds or the independence to have gone as far as I have by now. Anyone I talk to, that I know they've gone through something, I recommend it to them so to help them get on their feet too. It's really been good.
The caring people at the Utah State Office of Rehabilitation are experts in helping people like you and me with disability issues. They're not just another employment agency. They're specialists here to help you learn new ways of living with your disability. It's all about self-reliance and getting a job, but not just any job. The job that's right for you. Their Vocational Rehabilitation Program, or VR, isn't a one-size-fits-all menu of services. Instead, it's an individualized and customized set of rehabilitative activities. Activities designed to help educate you about your disability. Activities that will help you overcome barriers to getting and keeping a job. Rehabilitative activities that will help make you more self-reliant. It starts by deciding if you are eligible for the program. Then your VR counselor uses his or her counseling and guidance skills to help determine exactly what you need, not only to get a job, but keep it. Once you're part of the program, you'll work closely with your VR counselor towards your ultimate goal, employment. By working with your counselor, you will discover your strengths, abilities, and interests. You might even discover a new skill or talent. No one will tell you it's easy, but if you're willing to work hard and take advantage of VR's resources and professionals, your rehabilitation experience could turn your dreams into reality. People who have a physical or mental impairment and have difficulty getting or keeping a job and need VR's help are eligible. VR's clients represent a wide range of disabilities, from sensory impairments like loss of vision to hearing, to physical impairments like amputations or back injuries. Clients range from people with mental illness, developmental or cognitive impairments like autism or learning disabilities, to people recovering from substance abuse. The People VR helps represent a wide range of ages, backgrounds, and job interests. This welcome video is a first step in the application process. If you think the program is right for you, simply call and make an appointment with a VR counselor at an office near you. You're welcome to bring someone with you, and if transportation is a challenge, we can help. During the first appointment with your VR counselor, you'll review your completed application. He or she will also ask some questions to help clarify your unique situation. It always helps to bring any information about your disability with you, such as medical and/or mental health records. Information about your job history and education is also helpful. These are the things that will help you and your VR counselor determine your eligibility as quickly as possible. Within 60 days, you will know whether or not you're eligible. Once eligible, you'll get together with your VR counselor again. He or she will be your partner in what should be a great rehabilitation experience. This is the meeting where you'll begin to decide, along with your counselor, which resources you'll need to succeed. Resources that will help get you the right training and rehabilitation for employment. Because VR services are customized to fit your individual needs, this process may take some time. You might be asked to participate in certain assessments that help your VR counselor put their skills to work for you. Be sure to take full advantage of your VR counselor's expertise. He or she combines extensive education and experience with a true desire to help you succeed. VR counselors are state licensed and nationally certified experts who understand disability issues, the labor market, and current rehabilitation technology. They can give you the guidance you need to succeed on the job. Together, you and your VR counselor will write an individualized plan for employment. This plan will include choosing a job goal that is best for you, choosing the right combination of rehabilitation activities you need to get that job, choosing the individual or agency that can provide the services you'll need, and setting timelines to make sure progress is being made toward your job goal. You and your VR counselor will identify the services you need to reach your goal, then work with you to discover all possible ways of paying for those services. That might require applying for other programs like healthcare insurance or grants for training. VR partners with other agencies who will help make sure resources are leveraged to best meet your needs. Some examples of rehabilitative activities include counseling and guidance, restoration services and treatment, assistive technology, training and education, job placement, follow-up services, self-employment, and specialties like helping farmers and ranchers retain their employment after a disability. Just remember, all services that will be funded by VR must be included in a plan signed by you and your VR counselor before they are provided. VR can't pay retroactively for services not included in the individualized plan for employment, otherwise called IPE. When you're ready for work, you and your counselor will decide what help you'll need to find a job. That might require a job coach, on-the-job training, or referral to an employment service. Patience is the key. It could take some time to find that job, but don't worry. VR has no set time limit. And remember, the goal is to help you get a job that you can not only do with your disability, but a job that you can then hold on to. A financial needs assessment will decide if you can afford to help pay for some VR services. However, VR counseling, guidance, and job placement are always free. Sometimes VR counselors and clients don't agree on the need for a service or a job goal. It's always best to try to resolve differences with your VR counselor first. But you should know that the Client Assistance Program is there to act as your advocate and is an important part of the rehabilitation experience. The Client Assistance Program is an independent resource available if you feel you're not being treated fairly. Once you've held a job for at least 90 days, you and your VR counselor will decide if your case is ready to close. Even after your case is closed, if you find you need additional assistance to help keep your job, post-employment services may be available. That covers most of the services offered by VR. Other services may include interpretation services and reader services. Remember, just because you have a disability, it doesn't mean you lack ability. Voc Rehab is there to put those abilities to work for you. Whatever it takes to help you achieve your job goal. You and your VR counselor will choose just the right combination of services based on your capabilities and needs. So, welcome to VR. I hope your rehabilitation experience is the start of a great new chapter in your life.
Like I said, if it weren't for Voc Rehab, then I really don't see myself being where I am right now.
Vocational rehabilitation absolutely made a difference in my life. I highly recommend it to anyone.